Hello subscribers, welcome to Placement Pros. Today we're gonna see a fun problem called Bahubali. Katappa, as you all know, was one of the greatest warriors of his time. The kingdom of Maahishmati had never lost a battle under him. As he was the army chief, Katappa was known to be a very superstitious person. He believed that a soldier is lucky if the soldier is holding an even number of weapons. That is, there is a soldier who is holding even number of weapons, then he will always win and he will be a contributing part towards the win of the war. And if the soldier is holding an odd number of weapons, then the soldier is unlucky. So Katappa believed that his army is ready for battle if the number of lucky soldiers is strictly greater than the number of unlucky soldiers. The soldier would be lucky if and only if he is holding even number of weapons. That is, if he has 2 weapons or 4 weapons or 6 weapons. And if the soldier is unlucky if he is holding odd number of weapons. That is 3 weapons or 1 weapons or 5 weapons. So we need to determine whether the army is ready for battle or not ready for battle. So we will have input, output and constraints. The first line of input will consist N, denoting the number of soldiers. The second line of input will contain n space separated integers A1, A2 and An, where A1 denotes the number of weapons that the ith soldier is. Output would be generating one line saying ready for battle if the army satisfies the condition that Katappa requires. That is, if the number of lucky soldiers is more than the number of unlucky soldiers, the army is ready for battle. And if the number of lucky soldiers is less or is equal to the unlucky soldiers, then the army is not ready for battle. So we also had constraints where n would be between 1 to 100 and the number of weapons a soldier can have could also be between 1 to 100. We see the second example, 11 and 13, that is an odd number of weapons. Then we can say that those 2 soldiers are unlucky and the soldiers holding weapons 12 and 14 are lucky. So we have equal number of unlucky soldiers and equal number of lucky soldiers. But we need to have more number of lucky soldiers in order to win the war. So we will say this army is not ready. Again in example 3, we have 3 soldiers. First one is holding 2 weapons. Second one is holding 3 weapons. And the third one is holding 4 weapons. So the number of soldiers who are lucky, that is the soldiers who are holding 2 weapons and 4 weapons, are 2, and the number of soldiers who is only holding 3 weapons or odd weapons is 1. So the number of lucky soldiers is 2 and the number of unlucky soldiers is 1. So the army is ready for battle and they can win this war. Let's code this out. First of all, we'll have n as the input, the number of soldiers. Then we will have the count of even, count E, and the count of odd weapons, count O. Both should be initialized by 0. Then we must have a soldier variable to take how much weapons a soldier is having. So we would have a number of soldiers and those soldiers would be this. So if any soldier is holding even number of weapon, then we will say that this is a lucky soldier and the count of E will increase. Else count of O will increase. Last, we need to tell if the count of E is strictly greater than the count of O, then the army is ready to battle and we should print ready for battle as it should be and a new line. And if the army is not ready to battle, that is when the count of E is less than count of O or it's equal to count of O, then we say not ready. And a new line. So we could see it by a simple example. If we have 3 soldiers having 2, 3 and 4 as their number of weapons, then we will see that the count of lucky soldiers is more than the count of unlucky soldiers. So we should print ready for battle as it is required. Let's see another example in which we have 4 soldiers having 11, 12, 13 and 14 weapons. That is 2 is even and 2 is odd. That means when the number of lucky soldiers and the number of unlucky soldiers are equal and hence the army is not ready. Thanks for watching the video.